3 rounds under the unified rules of mixed martial arts. Any questions, David? Any questions, Michael? Touch gloves if you want. Back up, we'll get it going.
London shoot fighters Michael Venom Page. JMTK's David Rickels. See, this is Fortnite. I told you, look what's happening. Bellator round 1. And the histrionics continue. Page's 8-fight Bellator winning streak tied for 3rd longest in company history behind AJ McKee's 11, Ben Askren's 9, and the mind games, Big John, already going on here. Lots of feinting.
You have a good movement by Rickles. He's not going backwards, he's going lateral. And that's what you have to do with MVP. You cannot sit there and go backwards. MVP, the only guy that you can match up in MMA with him is Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, because they fight very similar like.
Page's last fight in Bellator, November 2016 at Bellator 165, split decision win over Fernando Gonzalez.
That was a fight when you had Fernando Gonzalez thinking that someone like Fernando is going to come after MVP. He decided to sit back, try to be the counter striker, and those two styles just didn't work out. It was a boring fight that MVP ended up winning.
There's the lightning quick jab from Michael Venom Page.
But you notice where Rickles is starting to put Page.
Oh, Rickles gets tagged again with that jab.
Again, look at the distance and look where he's starting to put Page. That is what Rickles can do. He's that kind of fighter. He's not going to just get
wow! Right uppercut. So precise. As precise as an atomic clock is Michael Venom Page.
And when you're looking at this, it's not so much the speed, it's the timing and his ability to change the distance when he wants.
Yeah, Page's timing makes a metronome envious. David Rickles standing in front of him and gets tagged with a 3-punch combination by Michael Venom Page. There's another right hand that lands.
And again, look at the accuracy of what's occurring with Michael Venom Page here, Morrow. Wow, those are straight shots right where they're supposed to be.
How do you prepare for someone like Michael Venom Page?
You know what?
Serious question.
It is a serious question, especially if you're David, because you can't find people that match what he does. There's very few people out there that do, and so it's so difficult to get prepared to fight MVP.
Of course, Anderson Silva did meet Chris Weidman, and at times the histrionics can have a way of catching up to you, but not so far for Michael Venom Page, 12-0, including 8 wins in Bellator.
You know, the whole thing with Anderson Silva, Anderson was more of a Muay Thai style fighter.
Spinning heel kick by Page that Rickles is saying no, 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 which usually means okay, yes. All right, we are watching a human video game in the form of Michael Venom Page.
You are, and look, see, notice again, notice the control of the distance. Rickles is doing things right, and he's coming after him, and he's throwing good offensive techniques, and they're just missing by inches. And that's what Michael Venom Page can do to you, and he can frustrate you.
Michael Venom Page, all about putting on a show, wants to entertain, fell in love with salsa dancing, capoeira, all about body movement, and it is beginning to fluster, discombobulate David Rickles, and that I'm sure is part of Michael Page's plan.
It always is. You want to get into your opponent's head. You want to make them guess. You want to make them feel confused, because that's going to lead to you being victorious.
One of those shots by Page has already forced caused a leaky foot. Rickles gets tagged by the right hand. Another right uppercut. Rickles back on his feet.
He's on his feet, and he is hurt. And this is where you look at Michael Venom Page, you go, all right, you're just different, because he just sits there and waits. He lets the guy get up, doesn't attack him, doesn't go after him. It's like, I want to play with you, and that's scary.
He is toying with David Rickles like a predator with his prey, and now even talking to David Rickles. But the caveman, a Bellator staple, He will stay in the fight as long as he can, but man, this is unbelievable.
Well, there was a lot of talk by Dave Rickles. He's going to take his heart.
Well,
and you know, those things that sometimes they come back to bite you. I like the fact that Dave said, I'm not afraid of you, but you got to give respect where it's due.
Another 1-2 combination that scores. It is Michael Venom Page's world in the first round, and we are all just visitors. Wow!
From MVP. Look at those 2 shots straight. Boom, boom. Both of them landing, and that's what diminishes a fighter. Straight shot again, just rattles his cage. And look at the movement, the lateral movement. Here comes that spinning heel kick. It does touch him. It doesn't hurt him, but it frustrates him and makes him upset with himself that it happened. Good right hand straight. Put him down, hurt him, and then watch. He didn't even go after him.
I wanted to keep it long range. That spin kick is just throwing things at him just so he can't get my range properly. And then interceptions, I caught him just a glimpse to the top of his head. And you know what? I wanted him to get back up because by this point, I knew I had his timing. I wasn't in any rush. That was a big shot there.
That was the finish.
Opened up his, on his eye. I knew it was over.
Okay,
and look, he's waving. He didn't want it anymore.
So MVP, right at it, boom, here's the big shot. This is what opens him up and cuts him. But I need to be clear on this because of my angle. So he got blood coming into his eye, and he said, I've had enough.
You know what?
It wasn't the actual eye. That's what I'm asking.
No, it wasn't
okay.
actual eye. He just didn't want to be in there anymore. And I understand. He just didn't want to be in there any longer with me.
And when you spoke to him after, you looked irritated. Did you say something along the lines of, why did you stop, or? No,
I wasn't irritated with the finish. For me, I don't get paid for extra time, so if you want it out, I'm happy for you to be out. It's just a bit of the adrenaline at the time, so I'm just still pumped. But we shook hands, hugged it out in the back and stuff.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what are the chances I get you to tell us what you said to him in that moment? I'm starting to sense a 0. I'm starting to elect myself the mayor of Get the Hit Bill.
In a PG version somehow. I was being a bit disrespectful. I said you effed up, because he was being very hype and very animated before. I said a few things online, social media, and I just let him know, you messed up.
And now